Yo, what's up everybody? Alright, here we go. Back with another video. So, right now I'm just darkening the lines. I already did the line work off camera. Didn't get to record that part. Didn't think about showing the drawing actually, so yeah. Didn't record that part. But here go the lines. I'm making them darker so y'all can see them in the camera. I can barely see them myself. I usually don't make my beginner lines dark at all simply because they're the starting lines. You never really use them. They're just guidelines. Make sure you got your proportion right, your shapes right. Make sure everything is right. You feel me? So it all looks right before you actually started adding in permanent lines. This is a pilot pen. What size is this? I think this is size 1 right now. Yeah, 1.0. We'll be switching between size 1 and size 0.5. 0.5. 0.5 is smaller, much smaller. It's basically, I think, the smallest pen that you can get, smallest size pen that you can get for your pilot pen. So I use a small one and a thick one. Here we are darkening some things in. Already added the double lines as you can see, and then I shaded it and make it dark. This image here is basically a lot of darkness. There's a lot of things in shadows, a lot of things just made to be the outline in the background. So it was great for a pen and ink drawing. Which is my favorite. I like black and white. Color is nice, but black and white is just always better and funner for me to do. Everybody has their preference. So I don't know if you can tell, but so before I drag every line or I pull every line, I always make sure that I can extend to the full length that I want to draw that line. So as you can see, when I draw the fingers, I fake as if I'm drawing it before I actually draw it. So basically I just make sure I can do the full range of motion without moving my hand or lifting my hand, and then I go ahead and put the pen on paper. Because you don't want to be beginning a line, you already have the pen, the ink on paper, and you're starting the line, and halfway through you realize you have to pick up your arm and you have to move the page to finish the line. It's gonna look inconsistent. It's gonna make your drawing come out bad. It just won't look as clean, as fresh as it should be. But for the most part, it's all about taking your time. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing. Mostly, it's just patience. Is 90%. 90% of the job is just patience. You know, you gotta have patience to see what you're putting down on the paper. But this video is sped up by 4 times, I believe. Maybe 4 or 5 times. I think I've sped it, doubled the speed 4 or 5 times. But in total, without fast forwarding, it took me about an hour and 30 minutes to complete this entire drawing, start to finish. Blank page all the way to finished page. And it's really all about the sketch work. If you take your time on your sketches and make your sketches look great, your finished piece will have no choice but to look great. Because after the sketch, it's just tracing. So this is about what, 20% done, I think, somewhere around there. As you can tell, I started darkening some things in just so that it can be obvious on the camera what it is I'm drawing. Honestly, that's my biggest thing. Always during the beginning of the drawings, you know, I still have a hard time probably trusting the process, one would say, because at the beginning of the drawings, or when you start doing something, you never really see the actual finished goal being finished. Like, you never see it looking right until it's finished or it's almost finished. So darkening some more things, and I think around this point I realized that up in this area, the image that I chose did not show a lot of details, so I was forced to figure out how things would lay. Because yeah, a lot of things just weren't added. Like, it was just missing. They didn't add it into the image. It just wasn't there. So I went ahead and just filled in those areas, added the stomach, I believe the back of the hand, a few little other things that were in shadow, because, you know, they just simply left it out of the image. So I took it upon myself to add things. And once again, these pens, this pen I'm using, it's a pilot pen. It takes me about like 3, 4, 5 drawings before I actually waste all the ink in the pen. These pens never run, never leak. I never have an issue with them, and I get to use the full ink. Like, I'll edit the video and show you guys where I take a pen apart and let you see how much ink has been used and the drainage of it, the drainage level, you know, so you can see what the pen looks like, but in more depth. But yeah, these pens, these are the best pens in the world. They're gel. So here we are at the top hat. So at the hat, on the original image as well, they left a lot of the hat out. So as you can tell, like, I just don't do it for the most part, and I'm gonna add it in later. I'll come back and add it in later, however I think it should look like. So yeah, I'm kind of just freestyling, doing a little bit of whatever up there. And once again, please feel free, if you have any questions, want to know anything, I'll break everything down, go into depth, how I do certain things. If you want me to slow the video down or post the original video, no sped up or anything, I will do so. Just let me know in the comment section. And also let me know what you use. What do you use to draw? Would you have drawn it the same way I drew this? Would you have taken my path? How would you have done it? Or what do you use that looks better? Maybe I'm still late in the game. I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know about. So yeah, we're just darkening everything up. Probably straightening some lines up so it looks clean. And this ink is very nice. It's a jet black, a wet jet black. So yeah, I could continue go over, and you will not be able to tell how many times I put this pen across this paper, simply because of how wet and jet black it is. It's a gel-like ink, and as you can see right there, I kind of took it out for a brief seconds to show you that all the ink was expired, and it's damn near expired. like the pen is going empty, so I just fool around a little bit, shading some more darker areas just to use all the ink, you know. Why not use everything? Why waste ink? So yeah, I like to get every last drop out of my pens, so I just use them until they're completely done. And I have a lot of things that I can shade in dark and black. So also, as you can tell, I don't know if anybody noticed, but a few areas in this drawing I basically did not finish. I did not do. I just skipped over them. I did them very lightly, and this is only because in the sketch that I did, when I sketched it out, I did not add this area into the sketch. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna finish the image, and then I'm gonna look back at the area and fill it in. Because if I fill it in now, I will be adding more. Every time I pull out my pencil and sketch, I sketch way more than what's needed. So yeah, I try not to do that. It'll make the drawing much, much longer. It will look better. It will be more detailed, but not everything is about detail. Many things you're not going for detail. Also, if you want me to draw anything, if you got a picture you want me to draw, I've been drawing for a long time, so there's anything I can draw. If you want to see a walkthrough of how to draw something, or me drawing something, go ahead, shoot for it, leave a comment. I'll also post another video of I guess a collection of all my drawings. I have a few art books that I finished that I just haven't shown anyone, just been keeping private. So feel free to check those out. You might see them pop up on the screen somewhere. But yeah, as you can tell, this just looks like a mess over here, and it's simply because I'm just trying to get rid of all that black, all the leftover ink from that other pen that was about dying. And also, when I buy these pens, I buy them in the pack because I know how much I use them. I don't just go and buy one single pen. That wouldn't make much sense to me. I would always be running back to the store. Yeah, this is black and white. I could add color, but usually I just don't add color unless somebody wants to see it in color, or I just don't have anything else to do. I put it in color. But black and white is just my favorite, so I just do everything black and white and add color later down the road. Usually I will just make all these books, right? And there would just be black and white images like this. And I will give them to my niece, and she'll use them as a coloring book. But I always make sure she knows how to color first, so don't just let anybody, mess up these pages. But yeah, I have a book, art books, just full of just pictures like this, where someone can go back over and color in all these images, because they're just black and white. I just simply, that's what I enjoy doing. So I just left them colorless for the moment. And when I get around to them, I get around to them. Or I'll give the books to someone else and they will color them for me. But they got to be good color artists. So this is the end of part 1. Any questions or requests, please leave a comment. I will read them and check up on them daily. Thank you.